I'm Tim of Govberg, and welcome to the world of IWC. Today, I'll be your guide to the proper usage, care, and maintenance of your IWC Aquatimer Chronograph edition Expedition Charles Darwin, reference 3795-03. Though this is an automatic winding watch, nevertheless you can manually wind the timepiece by turning the crown counterclockwise till it pops out of its threaded sleeve. No longer flush to the case, you now turn the crown 20 to 30 turns in the clockwise direction, and even if the chronograph is not running, you'll note by the advance of the seconds hand at 6 o'clock that the watch is operating. Once the watch is operating, you can set the time, set the date, put the watch on the wrist, and it will continue to energize itself. But you can continue winding to fully energize the 68-hour power reserve by turning in a clockwise direction. Listen for a subtle click or tick from within the watch. This is the bridle-style mainspring slipping by design to relieve excess strain. You cannot accidentally overwind the watch, so simply listen for the click. That's your sign the watch is fully energized. Now, the timepiece features two subsidiary functions that ease setting of time and date. It's always important to make sure before you set the date that the watch is rolled through the danger zone, which spans the time from 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. That's when the watch is automatically jumping its date, and attempting to use the quickset can damage the movement. The quickset is actuated by pulling the crown out to its second position. That's second position out from winding, and then turning in a clockwise direction. This is 1 detent out from winding and 1 detent in from setting. Once you've set the date, you can set the time. Keep in mind the presence of the seconds hand when you wish to synchronize the watch. Wait for it to arrive at the index at 60, and once this happens, pull the crown to the second detent position out from flush. Now you can synchronize to a known accurate reference time, such as, let's equalize that perfectly, such as an online atomic clock. The U.S. Naval Observatory's online atomic clock is a useful reference at all times. Look it up, set the watch to the exact hour and the next nearest minute relative to the atomic clock, and wait for the atomic clock to catch up to the hour, minute, and second you've set on your watch. When they match, push the crown in, resume the beat of the balance in the advance of the seconds hand. Now you've synchronized to your reference time. The timepiece also features a flyback chronograph. The flyback chronograph allows you to reset the chronograph in motion. It can be used conventionally to start, to stop, and reset, or it can be used as a flyback, in which case the chronograph in motion can be reset and restarted with a single push of the pusher at 4 o'clock. This is useful for timing two events in rapid succession. Moreover, the chronograph can be started, stopped, and resumed with no hazard to the movement. Keep in mind the timepiece features a vertical clutch, so if you wish to simply leave the chronograph in operation, there is no additional hazard or wear and tear to the movement, but it will run down the power reserve faster. The timepiece features quick release straps, such that you can, with only a fingernail, withdraw the strap by pushing down on the tab. The tab can be seen adjacent to the case back. It's a metal tab that you can actuate with your fingernail. No need for tools, no need for a jeweler or a watchmaker. The strap goes back on exactly as it came off. Hook it on the bar and rotate in until you hear the click. This can be used for close cleaning or to put a different strap on the watch in rapid fashion. The timepiece also features a safe dive bezel, the differential to which is underneath the cap at 9 o'clock. Safe dive is a ratchet system that allows you to take the watch, even with gloved hands. As you can see, it's easy and ideal for divers. You can only move the ratcheting bezel in one direction such that you cannot extend a dive by accident, only shorten it. Align with the minute hand, and now you have an impromptu 0 to 60 minute timer. You can time two events concurrently using the chronograph and the dive bezel in sync. Now, the timepiece is rated as water resistant to 30 bar or 300 meters. When properly water tested and verified as factory hermeticity, this level of protection allows the watch to be used for all aquatic activities, including professional diving. But there are 3 areas of hazard relating to the handling of the watch that IWC asks you keep in mind. The first relates to water. Now, the water resistance of the watch is not a static feature. Over time, as seals age and lubricants degrade, The water resistance of the watch will ebb with time, therefore IWC recommends, especially if you plan to use the watch for diving, having it water tested annually at an IWC authorized service center. Moreover, you can avoid accidental drowning by keeping the chronograph pushers disused and the crown screwed in, even when there is simply water on the watch. Now it's important to remember too that the timepiece, which is exceptionally water resistant, can be compromised if you do attempt to use any of the functions while there's water on the watch. Keep this in mind before you actuate the chronograph or use the crown. Magnetism is a severe threat to a watch's chronometric precision because it's unseen and ubiquitous. It's important to keep the watch remote from the closures of wallets, purses, and refrigerator doors, as well as high-powered wiring setups and professional MRI equipment, as all of these can magnetize the ferrous hairspring within your watch and alter its chronometric precision. If you suspect due to erratic timekeeping, fast or slow, that your watch has become magnetized, take it to an authorized service center where specialized equipment is available to quickly and easily demagnetize your watch. Shock and concussion, however, are a greater threat. Keep the watch remote from activities such as firearms marksmanship, batting, tennis, golf, the riding of mountain bikes or ATVs, as use of the watch during these activities can concuss the movement, causing erring of precision at the least, and at worst, stoppage of the movement. Finally, IWC recommends a factory service every 3 to 5 years. During the annual water test, have the condition and the chronometric performance of your watch checked as well. Should service be necessary, perform exclusively at the factory in Schaffhausen or at an IWC authorized service center, as these agencies solely are authorized to back the watch, all labor and parts invested during a service with a factory service warranty, and they possess the parts, trained personnel, and specialized equipment to maintain the value of your watch as instrument and as investment. Keep in mind that the case of this watch in bronze will tarnish over time. Each one patinas in a unique fashion. This is by design. The watch is intended to acquire individualist character. If you desire, during service, the watch can be returned to its factory bronze finish. Finally, visit our website at govbergwatches.com and call, text, or email our experts who will walk you through every phase of the ownership and care of this or any IWC timepiece.